Okay, so problem 3 asks you to graph the following equation, 3x minus 2y equals 2. To do this, there's a few different approaches that you can take. I prefer, in this type of scenario, I prefer to use the slope-intercept form, which is the y equals mx plus b. And what I like to do is take this equation that they've given us and put it into this form. And that way I can easily now just start with a point, which would be the y-intercept, and then map out, based on the slope, map out the second point and then draw a line between them. So I'll show you how that's done. So let's take the 3x minus 2y equals 2 and let's solve for y, because that would get us closer to having this y equals mx plus b form. So if I subtract 3x from both sides, that gives me negative 2y, because these guys just cancel out, equals 2 minus 3x. Now the 3x is on the wrong side if you want it in the y equals mx plus b format, because the x is the first term on the right side of the equal sign. So let's just reformat this. Equals negative 3x plus 2. But now the y is still not alone. I need to get it alone, so I'll divide it, because it's being multiplied. I'll divide it by negative 2. And what I do to that side, I have to do to the other side, so each term has to be divided by negative 2. Each term. Be very, very careful. This leaves me with y equals, the two negatives will cancel out. I get 3/2 x minus, because there's still a negative right there, minus, and 2 over 2 is just 1. So this is in slope-intercept form. Now we can take the y-intercept, and I'll do that in red. This y-intercept will now put onto the graph. So here is negative 1. This is where the line crosses the y-axis. And now the slope, which I'll denote in green, is this 3 over 2, which means the rise equals 3 and the run equals 2, 3 over 2. So we can take that y-intercept point at negative 1, and we can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 2, 1, 2. And this will give us our second point right here. And then it's just a matter of connecting the dots. And that's our line.